What's up, YouTube? Today I wanted to do a little discussion about my own personal stacking theory and why my strategy is the way it is. When I first started stacking in July of 2015, it was when the market got hit really hard and silver had first dipped into the 14s. At that point, it came on my radar and I started doing more research about it. And what I found was that there were several factions of stackers, and plenty of people do videos on it, like what kind of stacker are you? Are you a stacker, a weight stacker, a collector, a flipper, etc.? And really, I was new to it, so I was neither, but I did like what each particular style had to offer. And when you search around through different YouTube videos, you can see the pros and cons of each. And I think it's fair to say when you also go through it, you can kind of see how stackers have devolved over the last few years. Because there are a lot of videos from 2011 to about 2015, and then a lot of people just kind of dropped off. Also, when people shared their experiences of how they stacked, and when the market kept going down, the buy. So this really concerned me as a new stacker, and why I tend to be cautious and try to sell some of it and lock in some profits when I have a chance. So some people call that flipping, but I'm just being cautious because in the last 5 years, if you just stacked weight, then you lost money. If you were semi-numismatic, you just, for the most part, broke even. With a few exceptions, then you're in the money. So from my point of view, in order to kind of make sure that I could lock in some profits and kind of gradually work my way to a bigger and bigger stack, I decided that I would sell some along the way. And I liked the style that Lady Liberty Stacker used, that Losing Louie used and encouraged, which was to occasionally sell some. And from there, lock in the profits, take it back, and buy more metal when the prices dropped. Because prices have proven volatile, and if you take a look back at my first selling video and look at the stack and compare it with this partial stack, you'll see that this one is significantly bigger, and that's due to a lot of the sales that I was able to kind of sell and put the profits back into additional metals in different various forms, from bars, bullion, semi-numismatics, government bullion. And you'll see that I don't have as much semi-numi. I've divested out of a lot of semi-numismatics in order to prevent loss of value from milk spots. So I've sold those off, increased the stack in weight, and then also blown it up a little bit. And I still have my semi-numismatics, but I've moved them into a little bit more secure versions of it. So when I move to semi-numismatic and numismatic coins, I do use the pandas as kind of an alternative as compared to silver versions or silver varieties. You saw in the last one I stack weight. In here I stack a little bit of weight and a little bit of numismatic value in the coins. And the market is very strong in this particular field. So I don't have to worry about it as much, and the value is a little bit higher than, a $20 coin, a $30 coin. The modern numismatics, silver, and in particular kookaburras, koalas, etc., because of their mintages, the price appreciation isn't going to be what it was in the past. Let's take silver pandas for instance. Even with the 2016s, we're talking an 8 million coin mintage and 25,000 MS70s in first strike at PCGS. So do you really think that it can go higher than 30, 40 bucks or even 60 to 70 as in previous mintages where it's about a million mintage? Who knows? It probably can. Sometimes we place our bets. This is where we put our money as an investment. And sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. I just prefer that now to put my money in gold coins, gold semi-numismatics, or silver bars because of the milk spotting issue. It's a really serious issue where I got a 2016 and it already had a spot on it. And if it has these spots, you're guaranteed to lose any premium that you have on it, because who's going to buy it from you? Would you buy a milk spotted coin for 50% premium or 100%, like $10 premium? So I'm staying away from coins that have a tendency to have a high premium on government coins with high probability of milk spotting, and putting that semi-numismatic value into lower mintage gold coins where the premiums are a little less or lower percentage wise than silver. So the method behind my stacking theory is to maintain profitability in the stack and to continually grow it, and make sure that the pieces that stay in there are problem free and can have the potential to continually increase in value. So that way these can turn into legacy pieces, or at least have a good return on investment. If, for instance, I have to spend a lot of time and sell coins individually for 30, 40 bucks a piece, that's a lot of time, and I kind of want to condense that value and make it worth my while, so that's a little bit more money. Maybe 100, 200, like I mentioned with the 100-gram cubes. So it's just something to consider when you do want to exchange. Do you want to exchange small value and put all that work that you actually need to do to recoup the premium? Or do you want to deal in a little bit larger chunks and move into, like, say, 50 to 150, which is still within a good range where people can afford it. So that's just my stacking theory. Keep the pricing, instead of playing in the $20 to $50 range, do the 50 to 250 range, and just kind of stay in there, move things around. I also don't mind giving up some profit to make sure that I don't overspend, because once you get a little greedy, then that's when things can turn really south very fast. So I try to keep a certain pace as I buy and make sure that I don't buy too aggressively. And if I do buy aggressively, it's for a specific reason. If you like this video, please comment and subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps me understand what type of content people like to see and hear. So until the next time, have a good weekend.